Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we are doing a quick playthrough of the mission Silent Cartographer, but night vision is always on. So, as you can see here, when I say night vision is always on, I mean quite literally, your entire screen is night vision for the entire mission. So, how is this possible? Because normally, night vision is only for the sniper rifle, right? You scope in, you turn the flashlight on, and it turns on night vision. Well, if you saw my previous videos, there's a new mode in Halo Campaign Evolved called Remix Mode. And in Remix Mode, not only do you have like 3 mandatory skulls on, like the skull that randomizes enemies and randomizes weapons and makes them all friendly with each other as well, there's also some visual modifiers that you can turn on. They're still technically skulls, at least on the UI it shows them as skulls. But one of the visual modifiers is I showed in a couple previous videos. It's the one that like covers the whole mission in Flood Fog, which I've done playthroughs on both Silent Cartographer and a Sonic Control Room with the Flood Fog skull. But now there's another skull that has night vision always enabled, and I actually haven't seen too many people use this one yet in like other footage I've seen. So I think it's actually a pretty interesting skull to use at times, and I can see like potential for like great times to use the skull. But basically, the skull, instead of having Flood Fog on, it just has the night vision from the sniper rifle, but like always on, regardless of whether you're zoomed in or what weapons you're using. And on an outdoor daytime mission, it's kind of rough using this. There's a reason why you're not supposed to use night vision goggles like on a bright sunny day outside, but it's still playable. But I can see this skull, this modifier being more useful, or maybe like more practical or cooler on like a indoor mission or like a night mission. Like I bet the mission 343 Guilty Spark would look great with this. In fact, maybe even like the library. You probably have like almost like a horror kind of like experience. Maybe like almost like a Paranormal Activity kind of experience maybe on some of these like missions. But on like a nice sunny beach outdoors, yeah, it's definitely an odd experience. But it doesn't affect cutscenes, in case you were wondering. But it does completely affect gameplay, and it does stay this way for the whole mission. So, in Campaign Remix, that's the only place you can access this visual modifier skull, as far as I can tell. Same with the Flood Fog skull. You cannot have both night vision and Flood Fog on. I feel like if you did, it would just be like really hard to see anything. Your visibility would be like pretty low. But you can only have, in Campaign Remix, you can only have either no visual modifier, Flood Fog, or night vision always on. So that's basically all you can do with that. And like I said, as far as I can tell, you can't access these visual modifiers in regular campaign through the skulls menu. But we'll see if that's different at all in the final game. But for now, that seems to be the case. So now we can drive around the outside of the map once again. Nice sunny day with night vision on. This actually kind of reminds me of like visor mode quite a bit from ODST. Because you do see like a lot of the edges of like vehicles and stuff like outlined, and it actually, yeah, I mean it does look pretty similar to Visor, and Visor basically was like night vision in ODST, which is actually a pretty interesting feature that actually never came back. I know Reach had night vision as well, so that's, yeah, I guess you could say we haven't had night vision like in Halo games since Halo Reach, and certainly not Visor mode since ODST. Actually, come to think of it, we haven't really even had the flashlight much for quite a bit. I don't remember if Infinite had the flashlight. I'm like really drawing a blank on that now that I'm thinking about it. So if someone wants to like confirm or like deny that, like, did Infinite have a flashlight you could use? Because I really can't remember if it did or not. I want to say no, it did not. I want to say like the last Halo game where you had like either a flashlight or night vision was probably Halo Reach. And with the flashlight being Halo 3 as the last game. Because after that, I don't think you had anything. Even in Halo 4, I don't think you had a flashlight either. But I could be wrong about that. But I'm confident like night vision was probably like the last Halo game was last seen in Halo Reach. But again, like I'm drawing a blank on like all these, like so I'm not confident in my answer. So you know, someone feel free to chime in the comments and like correct me on that or confirm that I was right. Either way. But yeah, so night vision is since we're indoors on the ground, now is when like night vision actually works pretty well. At least in the darker areas of the indoor section. There's still like some pretty well lit sections, which still makes it look pretty bright in night vision. But as you saw, like there are some darker areas like in corridors that actually like look pretty nice in night vision. And yeah, I can already see like other like missions that might be darker than this working very well with night vision. So it could be a cool way to play the game. And I mean, I would even turn it on like manually for some missions if I want to like have like that horror experience I was talking about earlier. Now, one thing I did notice though about the night vision skull is that when it's on, I don't think you can use your flashlight anymore, or at least if you could, I didn't notice a difference with it. But I suspect like you can't actually use your flashlight, and my guess is that at a technical level, I suspect it's something to do with how night vision actually works. So. I mean, night vision normally is like you have to scope in with a sniper rifle and then turn on your flashlight, and then the night vision will turn on. So I'm guessing that's somehow tied to that function in some way. So with the skull on, your flashlight is technically already on, and it won't let you turn it off because the skull keeps night vision always on. So that's probably why like trying to turn the flashlight on and off won't do anything when the skull is enabled. But that's just my guess. I'm only speculating. That's probably tied to that function. But I think it sounds about right. I think it makes sense. But again, I don't know that for a fact. But either way, I mean, night vision is on. You don't need the flashlight regardless. And especially like when you're outdoors. Like, nice sunny day at the beach with night vision enabled. Let's make it brighter and turn the flashlight on. Yeah, I don't think that's like needed for most people. But anyways, you know, we're basically at the end of the mission now. I speed ran it a little bit this time. Wanted to see if I could do a little bit quicker than usual. But yeah, that's basically this is basically the whole mission. And that's what it's like to play Silent Cartographer, but with night vision always enabled. It's probably one of the less ideal missions for night vision, but it is playable regardless. So anyways, that wraps it up for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and found it to be interesting. Let me know your thoughts on the night vision skull. What mission are you looking forward to trying it on, like, actually? That's not like a sunny day at the beach. But let me know in the comments, and aside from that, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!